Phosphor Dot fans, Earl at thelogbook.com. We are back in the arcade, and we've got a kind of a silent movie here. We have a game whose sound is not emulated, and yet it's an interesting one. From 1979, we have Phantom 2, which is kind of an early aerial combat game. And I will kind of explain technologically where I think this game came from, but let's right now just get to playing it. And of course, since we have no actual game audio in as part of the emulation, we're going to have Kasatochi do the honors so that there is something to be heard for playing this game. There is no two-player function here. You are flying the plane, you are trying to blow up the other planes. The clouds are extremely distracting, and they don't help you at all. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Here's where it actually turns into a game. Radar on. I like this part of it because you are kind of flying blind. You have this really neat effect, in my opinion, where you have this zone of clarity sort of issue forth from the nose of your fighter jet, but other than that, you could fly into them, you could have zero chance of hitting them. So really, what you do is you just start shooting and keep flying. Oh, not that that's helping me even when I can see something. Oh, I got somebody. Oh, and they got me. So that didn't really work out in my favor. Huh. AF. Well, Phantom 2 AF. You can only have two initials. Well, that didn't work out too well. Let's try it again, and we'll see what kind of flying ace I wind up as this time. Probably not much of one. Technologically, I have a feeling that where this game comes from... Oof. Ow. Stop shooting me. That's rude. It feels like where this game came from is someone looked at the scrolling scenery that you had in racing games at the time, like Fire Truck or Superbug or Monaco GP, also all 1979 titles. In 1979 or earlier, actually. Fire Truck was earlier. But I think someone had the idea of, hey, you could apply this to a flying game of some kind. And this is this is what they came up with. So the clouds are really scenery of no consequence, to coin a phrase. You can't collide with them. They don't really materially affect the game. They're just there. Oh, that was it. I can't even put in PDF. What good is this game to me? We'll try another round, see if I can do any better. The clouds, I mean, the difficulty comes from the fact that you can barely see what you're doing. And at least the radar screens, the screen where the radar happens, that to me is much more interesting than the rest of the game. And so Phantom 2 almost feels more of a tech demo than Oh, this is a playable game with replay value. I said as I played it for the third or fourth time. Yeah, the clouds don't really enhance the game technically. The clouds are going up. They're going the wrong direction unless the planes are all flying backward. I don't think that's how that works. And... wow. You are the new expert. And well, if I'm the new expert, my response to that is, oh? Yeah, my score's getting progressively worse. So that really feels like where this game came from was someone looked at the racing games that were out there and said, hey, what if we added scenery that can't collide with you, that you can't collide with, inconsequential scenery to something other than a racing game. Ow. But I think somebody must have had the realization that alone was not going to make a substantive game, and so we got the radar mode, which is cool. I kind of wish this was the whole game right here. But sadly, it's just like it's your reward for putting up with the rest of the game. Like, alright, you've been patient with this scenery that makes the game almost unplayable. Here, you can have a little radar mode as a treat. And the scenery is also flying by so fast, I feel like this game would probably... extended play? Really? I must be doing exceptionally well. Here's some more radar mode as a treat. I saw... yeah, there he is. Oh. I wonder what merited extended play. Oh, actually, my score is 50. That may be what it was, so... I will, I'll commemorate this by saying, ah. So there you go, Phantom 2 from 1979. One that probably hasn't got a prominent place in the history books, and yet I think it's important to go ahead and mention the games like these that did not become all-time classics, are not remarked on or remembered in that way, because they were steps along the way toward, in this case, what we now think of as shoot-'em-ups. And it's just worth remembering that it was there.